All right, now we're going to do lesson 7. There is no lesson 6 because lesson 6 is also a review, and it's a review of lessons 1, 2, 3, and 5. So here's where we get to the principal parts. And I like to just say that Latin is kind of like this class where we give you lots of tools that you won't use right away. So it's almost like a fantasy novel or a Harry Potter book or something where in the beginning you're going to receive some things and you go, what is this weird thing he gave me? And then at the end of the book suddenly becomes this useful tool. And you go, oh, that's why he gave me the magic rubber dog or something. And so there are going to be some things here in the principal parts that you won't use at all. Actually, even in this, when you're using this blue book, you'll use them later. So the principal parts are just this: O, are, avi, and atus. Just on the edge. All right, and you can see them up here. We have amo, amare, amavi, amatus. And this lesson is just like learning how to just add the principal parts to verbs. You don't even learn what to do with them. You're just gonna, it's the next lesson when you find out what the magic is behind these fancy, mysterious principal parts. So if I were to you might have a homework assignment that will say, take one of the verbs and let's go grab the verb. Let's go with clamo, which means to shout or I shout, and it will say give the principal parts of clamo, and you would say clamo. You would just use the stem. You'd have clam, clam. This is your stem for the principal parts. Clam, clam, and then you're going to add these endings: o, are, avi, atus. It's off the screen, but you can probably figure out what I did. Clamatus. So the principal parts of clamo are clamo, clamare, clamavi, clamatus. And that's the basic lesson for lesson 7. It's just take these verbs, and so far all the verbs that you've learned will fit exactly with these first conjugation principal parts. O, are, avi, atus. These aren't the only principal parts. Eventually you're going to learn other verbs where the principal parts are different. But for now, these are the only ones you need to know. And it's that simple. You will later use these, starting in lesson 8, to find what stems for different conjugations. The other thing is you need to watch out for is there are some irregular ones. And you can see right here, the irregular ones are do, dare, dedi, datus, sto, stare, stetsi, status, juvo, juvare, juvi, jutus, lavo, lavare, lavi, lautus. Those are the irregular ones, and those ones you just have to memorize. But as for now, all these verbs, like for example, the ones that you would have done in lesson 6, all of these, except for those ones that were irregular, you can just stick on these endings and have a properly constructed principal parts. Now again, you don't need to know during lesson 7 what you're going to do with them. The mystery will be solved for at least this one starting in lesson 8, which would be the next lesson. So, and let me see, anything else we need to notice about this? I think that's it. So, all right, that's it for lesson 8.